everyone, and welcome to another episode of the 50s Chicks podcast. I'm Anna Lee.
And I am Patricia.
And today we are going to talk about the 5 things I wish I had learned sooner about dating.
Yes, sooner than
now. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed. It's been a minute since we started this dating online thing. I don't even want to think about when. Because that's just depressing.
It is very. But before we get into that.
Yes, of course, we have to do
self-care first. Self-care. We got to make sure that because this dating thing is so complicated, to say the least.
Yes.
We have to make sure that we're staying healthy, our mental, emotional, that we are doing the things that we need to do to keep ourselves right, keep our minds right, do you were talking about the yoga.
Mm-hmm.
If you can do that, if you have the time to take out, I don't know how long, 30, 40 minutes to do yoga.
Especially if you find yourself in a spot where you don't, because I know when I came out of my marriage, I didn't have a large friend group.
Oh, yes.
So getting out there and being around women your own age or people your own age, that's a big deal. Or if it's going to the gym or going to church or whatever your deal is,
right?
Going out there where you can meet people, same age people that you can, converse with, and
getting that additional support
exactly
is so important for your journey. And to keep you, like I said, to keep your mind right.
I had to drag you out your house to get you to go.
Yes, and it's a good point that you made regarding the friend group, because when you're married, you have married friends. And you need to get your own set
of friends.
Because they're not experiencing what you're experiencing or going through, and it could be.
No, in fact, you might feel alienated kind of from them.
Nobody wants to touch that damage.
No.
So that is a good way to get out and be around people and talk to people and get support. Yeah. So good. So now, having said that.
Yes, let's look at, and this is actually from an article in Psychology Today that talks about the things that we wish we would have known sooner about dating. And for real.
Yes.
So first of all, the number one, talk is cheap.
Talk.
Because people talk, and this is especially when you're going through those profiles online, and these people are the best of the best of the best.
Are top tier.
Top notch.
Yes. All the
never cheated.
Never told a lie in their lives.
They just love long walks on the beach and romantic dinners.
Yes.
And that's why they got no. Let me stop.
Yeah.
But
what is it? It's all performative.
In the pudding, as they say.
Yes, it is. Talk is cheap. Just because someone's mouth is moving, it doesn't mean that what they're saying is accurate. And don't get caught up in it.
It says here you should not. You can't auto believe. I've never heard that said. Auto believe whatever someone tells you.
I'm a slow clap.
You need to go slowly and protect yourself from getting attached to the person they say they are, so you can get attached to who they actually are if they turn out to be the right person.
Exactly, absolutely. And that's this love bomber. Yes. That right there is love bomber repellent.
Yes.
Love bomber
repellent. You see who they actually are before you get and
you don't
emotional.
See who they are by what they're saying. They're just talking.
Yeah.
They're just talking. And you got to see that actions need to match what the mouth is saying. So definitely. And that is a struggle sometimes if you've been in a relationship, however it ended, however, and you have, especially the folks that have been by themselves for a long time, and then the first time they hear somebody saying all those things, I know the first guy I met online, I went out with because I felt, okay, he's paying me some attention.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the first guy that paid me some attention and was saying all the things.
Yeah.
So
because we're I mean, I hate to say
thirsty.
But we are thirsty for that.
Not hydrated.
This is also why scammers are able to scam us, because they're love bombing us.
Yes. And the word is all about
love. Gorgeous. You're gorgeous.
Yes.
You're this, you're that.
You're lapping it up.
We need affirmations, as we've talked about.
That's why we affirm ourselves.
We need, instead of relying on strangers to do that for you. You need to have that for yourself.
You need to do it yourself.
Yes.
For sure.
Okay. Number two. Oh, we got balloons. Listen to your emotions instead of judging yourself for having those emotions.
And that is good. I mean, and that makes a lot of sense. Instead of, I guess for me, like and I don't know what right now, I don't know what they're saying about that, but for me, when I'm being skeptical of someone,
well, and that's exactly what they're actually pulling on here, because
I'm thinking, like, why am I? But
they're
I'm like, no, I need to be.
Yes.
Yes.
The anxiety I felt when I was dating was my emotions trying to warn me of danger.
Yes. Thank you. Danger. That's exactly what I was thinking. Yes.
The anxiety was not excitement.
Danger.
It was not due to attachment issues.
Right.
Or trauma.
Right.
It was because they were dating someone emotionally unavailable that was going to hurt her.
Yes. And it was real. And it's okay to say, no, this is what this is.
And I love the example she gives here, or he or she gives here, is the anxiety I felt when it took 48 hours to respond to a text was an indication of a problem with that person.
Yes.
Not with you.
Exactly.
Not because you're crazy.
Exactly.
It's because you're wondering, like, oh, and we all attach to our phones. It does not take 48 hours to see this text.
There is not a time when you have 48 hours, there is nobody, unless, now here's the reasons, you are attached to an IV in the hospital.
Yes.
Okay, and yes, dead for sure. Attached to an IV in the hospital. There's no other reason why, because you've had your phone in your hand 100 times that day, and 48 hours, you're talking what, 2 days? Yeah. No, that is not, that girl, you're not crazy. That's real. Yeah. That is real. And we get so caught up in, maybe they did, maybe they were busy. No one is that busy. No one. And to send takes a millisecond, to send to respond to a text. If someone did,
even if you don't have time, you're like, busy right now. I'll text you later or call you later.
Yes, and a missed call. No, I'm busy. You know, when you're, so no, there is no reason.
The phone even has like automatic.
Yes, so you could just send her
like, one can't talk right now.
I know.
That's all spelled out.
So there is, that is completely, and that is real, and it is valid. It's not about, and not allowing someone to say, oh, you're insecure, you're needy. No. I'm using my mind, and I know there's no reason.
And when people come back and tell you you're crazy for that, that is a gaslight.
That gaslight is on. The gaslight is on. So yes, that's one of those things you need to know, especially in this technological age. It can't be, I didn't get the call. No, yes, you did, man, because you had that phone in your hand 100 times that day.
Yeah, I mean,
And
it used to be totally different.
Yes,
back in
you
the
could
day,
get away with, oh, I missed the call, whatever, and da-da-da.
Yes,
but not
back
today.
in the day, that
Not
was
today.
a totally different thing.
And we all know when we don't respond.
Yes.
Now, we know when we don't respond.
We
know we saw that. You saw that.
We
Ted.
saw it.
You know you saw it. So, no, and there's no time that you are so busy, and definitely not 48. Now, you may be involved in something, because I think I can remember where I was all day and I really can't remember where I didn't have my phone and look at it or whatever. And maybe didn't have the opportunity to return a text, maybe for a few hours. But
Yes.
I'm sorry, not all day. And
But that's
definitely
like
not
2
days. Yeah.
That's 2 days.
No.
I'll even give them
No.
24 hours, but when it starts going into the 2 days,
Yeah, I can't even give them 24 hours. Because even
That's
if
too-
because at some point you wound down and you went to bed, and don't tell me you didn't look at that phone before you laid your head down.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you didn't.
Yeah.
So,
And
definitely.
at the very least, that tells me that you're not that interested.
Exactly, and that's what we need to know.
So if that's what you're trying to tell me, then now I know.
Right, and like you said, and when someone says, "Oh, you're crazy," no, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
We're ready for 3. When someone treated me poorly, it was because of who they were, not
There you
because I wasn't good enough to be treated better.
There you go.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And like my thing, it's not you, it's them.
You've been saying that.
So she's saying I chose emotionally unavailable and sometimes unkind people to date, and we do that because sometimes there's
the
some
flashy
pretty
ones.
person.
Yeah, they're the
out there
flashy.
that
You
you're
know,
like,
the flashy thing. Yeah.
So as a result, I was treated poorly over
Yes.
and over again. For a long time, I thought I was the reason people
Yeah.
treated me badly. Later, I learned that those people treated women in general that
Yes.
way.
Yes.
I learned that the people who are kind, respectful, and emotionally available treated me well.
Yes.
And they treated everyone well because that's who they
That's who they
were.
Yes.
So, this is what kind of person are you dating?
Yes.
Look at that. Look at, who is this person?
And it's that whole thing about the shiny thing, the guy who looks a certain way, dress a certain way, that guy's not always that guy. He's not always that guy. Maybe that one you missed, the little, dare I say, the little nerd. The guy that's not so flashy, he's sitting over there, respecting people, and doing right by people.
Yeah.
That, you don't always notice.
That is true.
But yeah, stay away from those shiny things.
Yep.
Because everything that what glitters isn't what? Golden.
That's right.
That's right.
4. The online dating world is a total mess.
Oh, hot and steamy pile of mess.
Now, that
It
has
It
been
is.
said over and over again.
Everybody.
And it's funny because I recently read a Reddit that said, please don't say that on the Reddit. Like, don't write that as a Reddit anymore. Because we all
it's
know
been
it.
done. Yeah. It's
Okay,
redundant.
and now we're just sad about it,
Yes,
and
and we have
bringing it up doesn't make it
It
better.
doesn't make it better.
So I kind of agree with that. Yes, we know
Done it to death.
We know.
Like you just have to go in knowing that that's what it is.
Dating apps don't match you with compatible people. We're told that when we sign up, we'll find matches, and all we have to do is go on dates and watch a relationship bloom, just like in the commercials. It's immediate, like, oh my gosh. We're not told that these sites have no way of knowing whether someone is truly ready for a healthy relationship or not. They can't tell whether someone is even really single. They have no way of knowing whether you're actually compatible.
Yeah.
All those kind of things.
Well, some of that stuff I don't think is on the app. Now, if they're making claims, then yeah, they need to live up to their claims. But I don't think it's on them to know some of that stuff. I think the onus is on the person to make some of those decisions.
Yes.
For themselves, I think.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it really is all up to you to weed through that stuff. And there's no shortcuts either.
No, and the important thing about the decision-making process is being, as I say, hydrated, feeling good about yourself. That's why that self-care is so important, because when we don't feel good about ourselves, then we will put up with anything. We will accept anything,
And we've said it before, and I'll say it again. The thing that you had, your rule of meeting someone within the week.
Yes.
Oh my God. If I had known that when I started this journey, I would have not. I mean, I wasted
lots of
time. Nothing. And then it took like 2 seconds. You look at a person. I mean, and that sounds pretty bad, but sometimes if the chemistry is, you just know right off the bat that it's like, oh my God, no.
This isn't what it is. And it could be even for you, because that was like the first guy. It wasn't even, none of that was even about him. Right. That was about you and what you were just wanting to be with someone.
Built up some kind.
Yeah.
I think I built my own
person. Yes.
Like,
yes, you did.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why all this stuff is important when we're out here, to minimize all that frustration and all the things that make those apps a mess. We got to learn how to live in it, because that's what it is.
Are we ready for 5? If someone loses interest in you right after you have sex, they were not interested in a long-term relationship. They were just wanting a hookup.
Yes.
It wasn't you. It wasn't anything you did.
No.
It was just
that's all they wanted. That was
they
it.
wanted to.
That was
and
it.
out.
And again, that's why self-care and us picking the person, it makes the difference, because I can imagine somebody could be devastated from that situation.
Yes.
And it could set you back.
Big deal.
Yeah. Especially if you had these expectations. And people lie. Like, guys lie and try to, like some of the guys on the apps, they'll say they're seeking long-term.
Yeah.
Because they know if they don't,
they're not
no one's gonna pick them. A lot of people aren't gonna pick them, so they'll say it.
Yeah.
And they will say, when you're talking about, okay, what your goals, they'll say it again in your face.
Yeah. And watch out for those guys that say, oh, well, it's been 3 days.
Right. Yeah. That whole,
it's time.
The sex thing is,
it's on your time.
Right.
Not 3 times or 5, whatever that number is. No, that's not a date. It's when you want to.
Right.
Not
and
a scheduled time.
No, it is not. Like, we're grown now. We're grown now. We're not those young girls anymore. We're grown. We do what we want to do. Now, if we want to, whatever we want to do,
that's fine.
That's what we do.
But it's on your terms and when you want to.
And without the expectations. Without the expectations that, oh, this is going to cause this to happen.
Exactly.
It's only if that's what you want, because that's what you want to do.
Yes.
But otherwise, you're going to be setting yourself up for heartache and devastation.
Yes.
Because they are good. They will lie. They will make you think. They will love bomb you. They will say all those things. And that's why it is, and I know it's like a broken record, it is so important for you to fill your own cup. Because then you don't need to be lapping up somebody else. And they prey on that. I mean, they depend on that you're going to, love hearing all those things. And then you're going to do things that you would normally do based off that performance.
Yeah.
So,
but definitely don't fall for any pressures and stuff, because you're going to get hurt out there.
Yes. And not having those expectations that, if I do this, then he's going to want to be with me. That's one of the biggest. You do it because that's what you want to do in that moment.
Yes.
Not because you think there's something attached to it.
That's right.
And if you don't want to, if he's not in a place where you feel respected and valued,
then, and like
I wouldn't
like
even
you
waste any
said,
more
definitely
time with
don't
them.
have sex with anyone just so you can, because you think that's gonna make them
Right.
stay with you, because
Or
that's
like
never
you
a thing.
more.
Yeah,
Or like you more.
no,
Absolutely not.
no.
And if there's somebody that does not want to go at your pace, then let them go.
Mhm.
Because it's not even a thing. Well, maybe no. Because the guy that don't want to go at your pace is not the guy that's going to
For
be
you.
around anyway.
No.
He's not going to leave until he's devastated you.
Mhm.
That's his goal, is to devastation.
Yep.
And that's why he's around. And when that happens, then he's out.
Yep.
So no. We're saying no to that. We are saying no to that.
So hopefully this will guide some of you guys that are new on the streets on how to navigate this online dating much better than I'm going to say we did.
All haphazardly. Because you too, and I keep saying do it with intention. Like, you got to be intentional with what you're doing. And the reason is so that you'll have less problems, less frustrations. Yes, it is a hot mess, but the level of that mess is determined by you and your actions and how you navigate it.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And you can decide not to accept a lot of the mess.
Oh, gosh.
Cut the mess out.
Cut it. And it's never, but wait, but maybe, no. Mm-mm. No. Because if that's coming out of your mouth, it's already done.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he won't. He's not. Mm-mm. He's not. He won't. He's not. So that's that on that. Yeah. But I love that though. I wish I did know that stuff before I started. Yeah. I didn't know nothing. Oh, my memory was back to 20 years before.
Yes, it was. No, and it's a totally different scene because of the online dating. Yes. You know, back then it was
dealing with old ways. I had the old ways in my head.
I didn't know what ghosting was, or that was a thing. Like, I was completely brand new.
Yeah. So those are some good little tips to know for anybody out there starting, or anyone that's, in and out. Because sometimes we're in and out, So I guess we're at the end of the road. Yeah. And we would like for you guys to join our Facebook group, our group of wonderful and wise community of wonderful and wise women we're trying to build up. Mm-hmm. We are on TikTok. We are on Instagram. We are on Spotify and YouTube. And if you're watching us on YouTube, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get to 500. Yep. 500. And that way we can do lives and we can have interaction with you guys. We would love to do that. Yep. So, and also we would like to do a Q&A. If, you guys want to ask us a question, we'll do a video dedicated to just those questions. Just leave in the comments Q&A and your question. Yep. And definitely comment, because we love your comments. Yes, we do. And we answer all of your comments. We love engagement. Yep. Until next time, don't forget to live, laugh, and connect. Are you going to do it? I am still going to do it, because it's a sad thing. I'm still going to do it. And it's sad. Oh, see? Well, oh. Whatever. Whatever. All right. Bye. Bye.